Are you tired of weight loss products filled with artificial ingredients and empty promises? Discover the power of nature with Pure Revive, the ultimate solution for healthy weight loss. Check out the link in the video description now to start your journey with Pure Revive.
Gino D'Acampo has reportedly raked in £6 million in the last 2 years, according to a new report. The celebrity chef, 47, has doubled his profits after it was suggested that he was unable to pay £5 million to his former employees and in tax after liquidating his restaurant chain, My Pasta Bar, in 2022. Gino has seemingly turned his luck around after making £5,718,514 from his 3 companies, all of which he owns with his wife Jessica. In documents obtained by The Sun, Gino D'Acampo Holdings made record profits of £4,893,220, while Gino D'Acampo Ltd. saw £417,097 in profits and his talent firm MEMS Agency made £408,197. It comes just 2 years after the chef was forced to call in liquidators after it was revealed My Pasta Bar lost thousands every year over its decade in business. He had restaurants located in Fleet Street, Leadenhall Market and Bishopsgate, London. Mail Online has contacted Gino D'Acampo's representative for comment. In March, Gino defended his record as a businessman after being accused of failing to hand over millions of pounds to staff and the taxman when the chain collapsed. The ITV This Morning star spoke out for the first time after suggestions he was unable to pay £5 million to his former employees and in tax after liquidating My Pasta Bar in 2022. Accounts said 49 creditors were not paid, with £4.8 million owed to trade creditors, £113,975 to HMRC and £53,304 to staff, according to reports. But Gino hit back, insisting his philosophy was to make sure your wins are greater than what you lose. In a final account to creditors and members, the company had, overall, I can confirm that the realizations in the liquidation are insufficient to declare a dividend to the unsecured creditors after defraying the expenses of the proceedings. Major stakeholders included Gino, owning 10%, and IRG, who had an 85% stake in the company, with the other 5% belonging to Vernon Lord. IRG is owned by Iceland founder Malcolm Walker and CEO Tarsum Dhaliwal, after Gino previously had a food range with the supermarket giant. But now speaking about the apparent company collapse for the first time, Gino has defended himself on the podcast off-air. He said of this week's reports, "That is an old story. It is something that happened before COVID and I always say to people, I don't really answer to stuff like that or I don't really get upset about stuff like that. I get upset only in a way where you kind of go, wait a second, do you understand that to be a business person, what I do, unless you have some failures you will never be successful. The secret to what it is to make sure that your wins are greater than what you lose. Because nobody ever talks about me opening another restaurant again in Manchester. Nobody ever talks about I'm going to open 4 new restaurants by the end of this year. Nobody ever talks about that I employ over 1,000 people currently today. Everybody's very quick to point the finger and to say, but, you closed this, you closed that. The celebrity chef's chain owes £4,939,332 to 49 creditors, in addition to £113,975 to HMRC and £37,887 in staff wages, according to paperwork lodged with Companies House. Accounts from the parent company show it has £1.65 million in investments, which includes £821,494 in property. The documents show the Pasta Bar Specialists Ltd. had shareholder funds of -£139,992 in 2013, which rose to more than £5 million by 2020. 2013, -£139,992. 2014, -£147,090. 2015, -£1,688,799. 2016, -£2,398,951. 2017, -£3,179,965. 2018, -£3,705,575. 2019, -£4,370,932. 2020, -£5,053,225. Guys, in life, unless you try to do something new, you will never be anyone and you will never employ other people. You try some business, they go well, and some business, they don't go well. As I said, the secret, what is it? It's to make sure the ones that go well is greater than the ones that don't go well. Gino was asked about whether people had been left behind like former staff who hadn't been paid. He replied, on that point you need to be careful not to believe everything that you read. He claimed again that it was an old story, and when asked why then were there fresh headlines across the media, he added, I have no idea why they ran today. Considering that as I've said, I've just opened a restaurant in Manchester last week, employee.